effectively, when you transfer your firearm, there's a fee. In 1992, we put into a fee for $2. That was the fee then, that is the fee now. We have not adjusted that for inflation, costs, et cetera. And one of the ideas here that I have Dave Feller here from Cook County Sheriff's Office, but one discussion that we've had is whether or not we can bring the resources necessary to really target the revocation of firearms for those whose FOID cards have been revoked. So what this would do is this would raise that transfer fee to $10. $4 of that, the way it's drafted, would be dedicated to the FTIP program. So this would be $4 specifically going to law enforcement throughout the state of Illinois to recover these firearms, again, that we should already be recovering. So we've got Connecticut charging $66, Nevada charging $25, Hawaii $16, New Jersey $15, and California $19. So we're really at the bottom, and when we talk about resources for law enforcement, I think straightforward question is whether we're getting those resources to law enforcement to do the job that we're charging them to do. That's what this legislation is about.
It's law enforcement. It should be law enforcement funding handling this particular issue that is before this committee currently. This is akin to charging drivers an extra fee to handle drunk driving enforcement. Law-abiding firearms owners engaging in legal transaction are being asked to pay extra to handle individuals who are not in compliance. The difference is driving isn't constitutionally protected, firearms ownership is. That's kind of the issue here. Additionally, we have a court case in Southern Illinois that has again found charging fees for the ability to possess firearms in one's own home is potentially unconstitutional. That's still working its way through.
I'll move on to House Bill 43. This is a different type of proposed legislation. This would create our favorite thing of a task force, but it does address an issue which I think really warrants it because it is an increasingly discussed effort, but something that really hasn't taken place in Illinois. So this is really an insurance concept that firearm ownership would require potentially insurance to possess a firearm. This would be like an insurance rider. We all have insurance, our home, that you might have flooding insurance, which is kind of a rider on your underlying homeowner's insurance, or you might have cybersecurity insurance for a small business.
However, if you look at the makeup of the committee, there's 2 slots for firearms advocacy groups, 2 slots for minority appointments. The rest of the committee ends up a very lopsided mix. Super majority is the way that I would put it. So there becomes a question of whether or not you're going to get the most accurate information. I think that's something that we're all after. The other part is, we're looking into insurance products. I can tell you right now, there's 2 groups that purport to put out insurance products. Right now, they are entangled in legal fights with one another, accusing each other of fraud. It's a joke, to say the least. I don't know that an insurance market is actually available for something like this that would be a legitimate insurance market.
I'm always open to a change on that. I want to clarify, I don't think this composition is problematic. I think, in fact, it's the experts that we would need.
And have a background in the insurance industry and working these particular types of claims, I don't see a gap in coverage for a need for firearm insurance. And moreover, I echo Leader Davidsmeyer's comments. Ultimately, I see this as kind of a penalty for those trying to exercise their Second Amendment rights